Today we're restarting Aaron Rodgers' career to replay it completely from scratch to see if, given a clean slate, he's able to exceed his career numbers to date and to see if he can win more than a singular Super Bowl. And if he somehow does have a better career given a second chance, I've got to purchase his Steelers jersey and wear it in every single video that I filmed the month of February. He's starting on the current day Packers as a rookie, even though he looks 50 in his picture, and it's going to be interesting to see if in today's universe he stays a Packer for his entire career, or if it takes an even weirder trajectory than what it did IRL. Definitely not the worst redo of a rookie season for Aaron Rodgers, as his Packers made the playoffs. The big question is, how did he do individually? His team ended up 13th best offense in the National Football League. Defensively, they were pretty garbage. Aaron Rodgers, good sir, what is this? 31 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions as a rookie, about 4,000 yards. Now keep in mind, he started off this rookie season as an 80 overall, just like he was in his first ever Madden, so I'm interested to see with these numbers what his overalls got up to in just one season. What are the odds this time around in his career he uses his legs a little bit more than what he did originally? He put up 167 yards, 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs with a good year. His number one receiver looked like it was Christian Watson, who put up really good numbers. Jaden Reed as well, about 1,000 yards from him. Dobbs was 700 yards. Tucker Kraft was 600. But when his new teammate, Micah Parsons, put up good numbers, as did Rashawn Gary. I'm just curious, as a rookie, did he win MVP? Not quite. He did come to the top 10, though. He came in 7th. A moment of truth, that overall went from an 80 all the way up to a 91. Are you kidding me? That's actually insane. 11 overall jump in just one season. It's kind of unheard of. Now, I do want to point out to you the limitations Madden presents to yours truly. As you see, it says he's been in the league for 20 years. Doesn't matter, though. He's only 21 years old. He should play, I would assume, for at least another 15 seasons. Now, what are the odds here? In his second legitimate rookie season, he can take the Packers to the Super Bowl. Now, let's at least hope here he doesn't lose his first ever playoff game. He has to beat Jackson Dart and the Giants in New York, who apparently had a really good season, and he went out with a huge L. Oh God, Aaron, what happened? More so the defense had a stinker. Wait a minute, there's just no way this happened. He threw as many interceptions in this playoff game that he did the entire season combined. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm not gonna lie, that's quite the stinker. It doesn't help at all. The team couldn't run the football worth of crap. Had 2 receivers ball out for him, but man, can't really win football games when you throw 3 interceptions. But with him being 91 overall as a 21-year-old quarterback, I am telling you, this is just the start for Aaron Rodgers, who we hope is going to have a better second career this time around. I'm curious to see who does win the Super Bowl this first season. Watch it be one of Aaron's other teams. Not quite. Well, at least if the Giants do end up winning it all here, it'll make me feel better about them getting beat by 20. Now we got the Chargers and Justin Herbert winning their first ever Super Bowl. But Aaron's time will come soon, I promise. Extremely confused on why, as he turns 22 years old this offseason, his overall is already starting to dip. I'm telling you, this game, there's some playbooks in Madden franchise where if you have them set, the quarterback goes down in overall every offseason, even if they're like in the prime of their career. So they might have to adjust that a little bit, but hey, he's still at 89 overall, up 9 overall from where he started. So I would not be shocked here. Just another season or two, he's already up to a 99 overall. Now time to see what this Packers front office can do with this $44 million. Better spend it wisely while Aaron's on his rookie contract. Unfortunately, fellas, it looks like they only spent about $5 million. Their lone free agency move was signing Tim Settle. Apparently got a front office about to waste the years until we have to pay Aaron Rodgers $500 million. Hopefully they can make up for the stinky free agent period with a good draft class here. And how funny would it be, though, just knowing Aaron Rodgers and the Packers history if they went out and drafted a quarterback here? I don't expect it, with Aaron Rodgers only being 22 years old, but at the same time, this is Madden. I just beg, don't be a stinker for Aaron Rodgers' sake. They got a good running back, but outside of that, dude, it was complete garbage. They did draft a quarterback, but I don't expect Courtney Chapman to take over Aaron Rodgers' job anytime soon. But honest with you, this was horrible, especially when you consider there were so many good players they could have took in the second round, and they got a bunch of garbage. But even with the sneaky offseason, I would expect year 2 under Aaron Rodgers to be a little bit better than last season. I just realized we're missing a wide receiver, aren't we? Dobbs signed with my Titans, hilarious enough, but that's kind of depressing for Aaron Rodgers. This wide receiver room should still be plenty good for him, because I know he's definitely played with worse in his career. So here goes absolutely friggin' nothing. Well, I guess they didn't get any worse. Again, you can never complain about a spot in the playoffs. Offense was dramatically better in Aaron Rodgers' sophomore campaign. Defense still sucked, though. Aaron Rodgers, that is what I'm talking about, son. 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, only 6 picks. 2 seasons in, and he still hasn't thrown 10 interceptions total. But like, dude, these numbers are so good that he might have already won MVP in his second year. On the ground, Josh Jacobs a little bit worse than year number 1. Through the air, Christian Watson, easily becoming Aaron Rodgers' #1 receiver target. 108 grabs, 1,600 yards, almost 20 touchdowns. Really good years from Matthew Golden and Jaden Reed. But is Christian Watts going to be his Randall Cobb? Is Christian Watts going to be his James Jones? Maybe he's Jordy Nelson? But let's see it. Did Aaron Rodgers officially clinch his first ever MVP? No. Completely robbed by Joe Burrow. Okay, which I guess is fair. Like, what is this, Joseph? But after that incredible season, what did his overall get up to? Only 92, which that's kind of disappointing. Only went up by like 2, I think, this year. But I guess now all that's left to do is go out and win a Super Bowl. Can we just, for once, though, win a playoff game? As funny enough, just beat the Lions last week. So can we take down Detroit in back-to-back weeks? Aaron, please. Let's go! As it looks like, again, his second time around, Aaron still owns the Detroit Lions, although obviously a different era with Dan Campbell and whatnot, but still takes down the Lions to advance in the divisional round for the first time in his career. I just don't get why he doesn't throw interceptions in the regular season, but he just comes out, throws multiple picks every playoff game. Looks like right now Aaron Rodgers is a playoff choker, but if he can get past the Lions away from home, surely he can get past Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers to advance into Aaron Rodgers' first ever conference championship, which he does! 23-18, another really good performance. He actually didn't throw an interception, so that's a really good sign. Josh Jacobs, good game on the ground. Jaden Reed, great game as Christian Watson come up big again. Now all Aaron has to do to make it to the Super Bowl is take down Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, and how funny on the other side, how funny would it be if he makes it to the Super Bowl and has to play against his former team in an alternate dimension. And how funny too, I think the one Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers won in his career was against the Steelers. Can Aaron Rodgers do it in his second season as a pro, his second season as a Packer, in advance into the Super Bowl? Oh, you just can't script it, brother. You seldom see movies this good. Aaron Rodgers versus his former team in the Super Bowl, which again, this is the same Super Bowl he won in real life. You best believe we gotta jump in and play it ourselves. Defense on the field first, hopefully can force a quick stop, which not looking good so far. Oh no. Steelers, led by a young rookie quarterback, is slicing and dicing us up right now all the way into the end zone. Caleb Johnson, by the way, scores. All right, Aaron, no big deal. Just down by a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Just do your thing. Maybe take a deep shot, play number 1. Does he have the arm strength? Oh, I don't know. Maybe if he threw it like 10 yards further and he gets picked off first play. Okay, this has been a nightmarish start. Oh man, I thought he had the arm for that. That's just not ideal, you know. Sorry, folks, I trust my defense. Never mind. Never freaking mind. So yeah, I didn't expect to go down 14-0 in the Super Bowl, I believe, to a rookie quarterback. Dude, Angelo Cruz, 85 overall rookie, is crazy. I think he already has 100 yards passing in his first quarter. We gotta lock in Aaron, or this could get ugly fast. Stumped off to our tight end this is bad start, very bad. So that does take us to the conclusion of the first quarter, which it surely can't get any worse, right? All right, 3rd and 11, no pressure, Aaron. Well, Golden down the seam, he's open, hang on to it, please. Drop the ball. Oh my God, it legitimately can't get worse. Defense, please. Oh my, we cannot get a stop. They're gonna go up 21-0. They're legitimately gonna go up 21-0. We cannot get a stop defensively. Like, I don't even know, we don't have a first down yet. Oh guys, we have got to lock the frickin' here. Open tight end, so I'm talking about Tucker Kraft. We gotta be up tempo. That's our first down. There's a minute and a half left to go in the first half. Matthew Golden down the seam again. This time he hangs on. Wish you could have done that earlier. Maybe it'd be 14-7, not 21-0. Tight end open again. Come on. Make that grab. Tucker Kraft touchdown. So I'm talking about. It's exactly what we needed. Now, what would be amazing is for our defense to get a quick stop here. Don't give up more points. There's no shot. They're gonna kick a field goal. Now, we have 20 seconds to get in the field goal range as we have 3 timeouts. There's no interceptions. It's the #1 thing that we cannot do here. I hate this game. Just breathe. Just breathe. My running back was stuck for 15 minutes. Crash to be open. Sit down on it. Timeout fast. Christian Watson down the seam. Good throw. And he drops the god dang football. Kraft again. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Timeout. Oh, it might be in field goal range, boys. Kick is up. Kick is good. That was stressful. We once again make it a 14-point game, a clutch field goal as we do start the second half with the football, with the hopes of hopefully score to make it a 1-possession game. Like I said, I feel like we just got to come out just slinging the football the rest of this game. Probably hurry up after every single play. Christian Watson is open. Oh, I want to puke. Get the goddamn football out, Aaron. Jacobs on a screen. Good blocks. Come back inside. Jacobs. Oh, good broken tackle. 3rd and inches. A little simple handoff here to make sure we pick up the first down. Keep the chains alive. Go score, Josh. Josh, please. Didn't quite score, but a big play. Come on, hurry up. Come on. And throws to the running back here who, gonna get close to a first. Hand it off to said running back who has a decent, he got stuff, 4th and inches. Oh, hopefully this isn't a mistake, man. We are going for it. Josh Jacobs got to have it, buddy. Up the middle. That, I hate it all. I hate it all. Defense got to have a stop here. I'm gonna lose my mind. We legitimately have we got to stop all game at all? Got to lock in, boys, or it's a G freaking G. I hate it all. I hate everything. Christian Watson, please, in stride, I beg. Oh, that's what we needed. That is what we needed. Touchdown. Maybe, just maybe, the comeback's back on. Gotta get a stop defensively, which seems impossible, though. A dime, though. Good throw from Aaron Rodgers. Best throw of the day by far. 1 stop defensively is all we need. 3rd and 9. They get every single 3rd down. This rookie quarterback's the best of all time. They actually went backwards for once. Devontae Wyatt, huge sack. Here's our chance, boys. Here is our chance to get back in it. Down by 14. Start of the 4th quarter. What does old Aaron Rodgers have up his sleeve here? I'm gonna try again. Ooh, Tucker Kraft. He's wide open, in stride. Gonna come down with what a catch! I feel like we're taking way too much time, man. Gotta probably go hurry up every single play rest this game. They got the screen snuffed out perfectly. Get out of bounds, Josh. Oh, tight end's not a... I don't know what button that receiver is. Just throw the ball away. Goodness, I hate how the buttons disappear. Like, I need to know what button the receivers are, dumb game. 3rd and 7, big play here, man. Oh, wide open, Josh Jacobs, please. I refuse. I refuse to believe it. He was... what? What is this game? Wide open, by the way. Just wide open in this safety. He's just trailing left, but eyes the back of his head, apparently. This is a game-ending interception, by the way. Oh, we're down by 21 points. They scored again. This is the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I know it's over, but I'm gonna keep taking shots, boys. I'm gonna fight to the very end. Christian Watson again. In stride. Oh, a little bit too far. Boys gotta have this. I just gotta dump it off, I suppose. Slants open. Matthew Golden hangs on. Still a slight glimmer of hope. Not much. I have a touchdown fast, though. Matthew Golden has a step. Come on, please, please, please. In stride. Make the grab. I hate it. I hate my life. By the way, all the backup receivers are in now. That's just great timing. Again, he has a step. Got to make this grab in stride. Hit him in the goddamn hands. It hit him in the freaking hands. He didn't even get touched and he dropped it. It's just because it's this stupid game. You see this? All the players are dead. They started the game dead. Literally, my defense is like that too. So I think it's why they're scoring so much. There's some dumb glitch in this game where like your players just start the game with 0 stamina. There it is. There it freaking is. Just get me out of here. Don't want to talk about it all. Let's move on. The lone good news after that nonsense is Aaron Rodgers now up to superstar, Christian Watson up to X Factor. This goddamn defense, though, man. Like, you'd think with Micah Parsons, they'd be better, but now they're giving up 45 points in the Super Bowl. This front office better spend every singular available dime on defense's free agency. Again, they didn't sign anybody. I don't think they made a single signing. Literally, all they did was pick up a 5th-year option and re-sign a defensive tackle. I just don't get why you just waste all that money. Like, I hate it. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, dude, I'm requesting a freaking trade right now. You best believe, though, this better be a better draft class than last year's. Oh, I feel so bad for Aaron Rodgers. Like, what are we doing? I mean, these might be the worst 2 back-to-back draft classes I've seen in my entire life. 3rd time better be a charm, because if year 3 isn't successful, dude, I'm gonna lose my patience. I'm already getting mad at this dumb franchise. Not signing free agents, not drafting well. In no shape whatsoever taking advantage of Aaron Rodgers while he's on a cheap rookie contract. As you can see, still completely tilted from that past Super Bowl. So the only way to return a smile to this face is to get a 1st-round bye this season. Hopefully his first MVP. Wow, very confused. We just went 15-2, but again a 1st-round bye. How? The Cowboys going 16-1. Like, what universe are we in? Hey, though, I asked for improvement, and improvement is what we got. Started the season with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 straight wins before unfortunately losing 2 out of our last 3. And the bad thing is the fact that we just lost to the Bears last week, and we play them him here in the wild card round. So that's not a good thing. Finished with the league's number 8 offense. Hopefully the defense was a little bit better, which it was. What in the world? Another fantastic season from Aaron Rodgers himself. 4,000 yards, 37 tutties, 4 interceptions on the ground. Josh Jacobs much better than last year. Jaden Reed, this team's number 1 receiver. 1,100 yards, 19 touchdowns. Tucker Kraft with 10. There we go, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. 17 sacks is big. Rashawn Gary's 11.5. I'm assuming, though, Aaron Rodgers' numbers were a little bit down from a year ago, so no, he did not win MVP, although he did come in 4th. Now, what does overall get up to this season? Maybe like 95? It is up to 95 on the freaking dot. Let's go, Aaron. I mean, the team is up to a 90 overall, 92 offense, 89 defense, so maybe without my help, they'll actually win a Super Bowl this year. Now, first step here, do not lose to the Chicago Bears 2 straight weeks. Like, surely not, though. Like, the Bears are 8-9, man. We're 15-2 for a reason. Thank God, dude, I was about to lose my freaking mind. Doesn't get any easier, though, as now we have to beat the 13-4 Rams, who, if I'm not mistaken, as well, like, what type of luck is this, dude? We have to beat the Rams, who also we lost to 2 weeks ago. So, of course, we get the first 2 playoff games against teams we lost to in the last month. But come on, dude, we went 15-2 for a reason. To advance into the conference championship. Back-to-back conference championships confirmed. And again, we have to get past the NFL's best Dallas Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl. We did it last year. We can do it again. Big win again against 2 teams that we lost to the last 3 weeks of the regular season. Outgained them by 100 yards, which was obviously a dub. Aaron Rodgers balling out. Josh Jacobs with a big game. Our run defense had them locked down all game. But the question now, can we do it for a second consecutive season? Can we beat the Cowboys once again to make it to Aaron Rodgers' 2nd Super Bowl in 3 seasons? Of course he does. Let's go! Oh, and it was a close one, 28-23. A win's a win, though. Oh, 436 yards of offense will take Aaron Rodgers masterclass. Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, and Josh Jacobs out of the backfield all getting involved for really big games. And this time, my brethren, I'm going to have no say whatsoever. I think Aaron Rodgers can do it on his own. Can he win his first ever Super Bowl? This time, we come against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Moment of truth. Let's freaking go! 31-25 in a Super Bowl thriller. This is crazy because our offense did absolutely nothing. It's like, how did we win? 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's how right there. Josh Allen with 3 interceptions. Had the Aaron Rodgers bug from a Super Bowl ago. It's like an ugly game from our offense as a whole, dude. But like, who cares? We got the dub. Which means in just 3 seasons through his career restart, Aaron Rodgers has already tied his IRL Super Bowl total. Which updates following the Super Bowl. It looks like we had some changes on offense. Aaron Rodgers still a 95 overall superstar. Watson lost his X Factor. Jaden Reed became a superstar. But Tucker Kraft, of all players, became an X Factor. Which again, man, this offseason, we need this front office to spend this money while they can so this team can go on a dynasty type run because Aaron Rodgers only has 2 years left on his rookie contract. I legit think they've signed 2 free agents throughout 3 off seasons so far. So hopefully this off season will be a little bit different. Maybe even for the cherry on top, can actually put together a better draft class than this. Ooh, okay. We pretty much spent all of our budget. That very easily could have just been on re-signings though. Which, yep, as you see, Rashawn Gary, Devontae Wyatt got 1-year contracts. So if I'm not mistaken, that yeah, we didn't sign a single free agent. I don't get it. Have signed 2 free agents throughout the 3-4 off seasons now? Better be the best draft class of all time, or I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna crash out. Now that, boys, is more like it. Nothing too phenomenal or anything, but it's nice for once to be able to draft multiple players over 70 rated. Will any of these guys actually be difference makers for us? Probably not, but at least it looks good. Does this team have what it takes to go back to back? I mean, it looked like it from the surface, though a 90 overall team. Defense looks great, still has Micah Parsons at a 99 rated. I think it's gonna be tough though to match a 15-win season from a year ago, but at the end of the day, let's just see if we can earn a first-round bye for once. Maybe we can if the Cowboys don't go 16-1 again. Well, fellas, it seems as if manifestation might just be a legitimate practice. 14-3, so 1 win less than a year ago, but doesn't matter because we come out of it with the first-round bye for the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career. Oh, it looks like the Cowboys fell off big time. They went 8-9. Love to see it. Another thing you love to see is Aaron Rodgers leads the #1 NFL offensive attack. Defense, ooh, took a big step back from last year. Aaron Rodgers, the most yards he has ever thrown for. That might be the 2nd most touchdowns he's ever thrown for. I think that's also most picks he's ever thrown for. But again, another phenomenal season that very well could have won him league MVP. On the ground, Josh Jacobs continues to do great things with 64 broken tackles. Aaron Rodgers had 7 rushing touchdowns, which very well might be enough to win him MVP for the first time ever. But first, to the air, Jaden Reed, where have you came from? 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, more touchdowns than the rest of the receiving core combined times 2 pretty much. And where did this come from? Micah Parsons, 25 sacks. No big deal, just breaking the all-time sack record. I am excited to see if Aaron Rodgers didn't win MVP this season, he never will. MVP goes to Aaron Rodgers for the first time in his career. Beat out Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Jackson Dart, Pat Mahomes, as Aaron's starting to make some big-time progress in his career. But the question is, can he follow up his first ever MVP with a back-to-back Super Bowl? Want to see who he ended up getting in the divisional? It's the Rams again, and if I'm not mistaken, for the second straight season, the Rams were one of the few teams that we lost to by double digits. So I'm going to kind of rip the Band-Aid off in this one, as I'm just going to simulate straight to the Super Bowl. I just don't feel like we're going to get as lucky as we did the last few seasons. I feel like we're going to get beat in our first game against the Rams, and at the end of the day, what do you know? Looks like we did get beat first round of the Rams. Another game where we lose to them by 2 touchdowns. They had 21 points scored in the fourth quarter for our none. This looks like the Rams own us for some reason, although Aaron Rodgers had a phenomenal game. So a little depressing, not gonna lie, but at least he won his first ever MVP. They end up winning the Super Bowl as well, so fair play. But come on, Aaron surely after another great season winning the MVP, he's gotta be an X factor now, right? And yes, he is, well deserved. Now up to a 97 overall. And with this X factor now, there's a very good chance that his age 26 season will be when this guy becomes a 99 overall. And outside of Aaron, you also had Jaden Reed after his huge season become an X factor. Christian Watson actually lost his superstar, which is kind of funny. As defensively now have Shields as an X factor up to an 87 rated. Bunch of superstars all around, which unfortunately doesn't seem like we'll be able to improve much this offseason considering they have $6 million in salary cap. Which with that being the case, I have no idea how they expect to re-sign Aaron Rodgers next offseason to a long contract extension because he's probably going to ask for a freaking $500 million. But in the meantime, let's see what in the world this front office can whip up this offseason. Probably nothing. That's what history would tell us anyway. Oh wow, what a shocker. Didn't even re-sign anybody. We actually released Devontae Wyatt, who was one of our best players. So for this team to have any sustained success, especially considering they'll probably have to release a bunch of players to afford Aaron Rodgers, they don't have any chance of being at the top of the NFL for much longer. They're going to have to put together another good draft class here, which I don't really have too much faith in our front office to do so. At least they got a stud cornerback, but outside of that, dude, it's just a bunch of crap. Guess Aaron's going to have to decide whether or not it's enough for him to want to stick around for a little while longer. But if this is in fact Aaron Rodgers' final season as a Packer before he leaves for greener pastures, can you at least leave him off with a second Super Bowl win? Well, not as exquisite as the last few seasons, but hey, still in the playoffs. I don't think Aaron Rodgers at this point has missed the playoffs in his career, which this time led the NFL's number 2 attack offensively. Defense was, oh god. Like, where'd this come from? 4,800 yards, 50 touchdowns for the first time in his career, only 10 interceptions. Don't know what those interceptions, if that's enough to win MVP, but like 50 touchdowns is crazy. What do you do on the ground? He put up 3 touchdowns, so have to see if he can beat out everybody else, but maybe that's his second MVP. Now, who caught all those touchdowns? Look, Jaden Reed, by the way, 20 touchdowns for a second straight season. Had 3 1,000-yard receivers, Matthew Golden with 10 tutties, Christian Watson with 9, and not quite the 25 sacks from a year ago, but still good numbers from Micah, 12. You had Rashawn Gary, 14. This Devin Haskins guy, 10.5. Our X Factor only got 9. Now, did he do it? Did Aaron Rodgers win his second ever MVP? No. Stolen by Joey B, because they always throw the ball 700 times a season. I gotta see, how did Joey B beat out a guy through 50 touchdowns? I mean, he did throw for like 800 more yards, but 9 less touchdowns. I feel like he kind of got robbed. Throwing 50 touchdowns and coming second in passing yards and not winning MVP is nuts to me. But if this is in fact his final run as a Packer, let's hope he goes out with a bang. As again, we're just going to simulate straight to the Super Bowl and see what the heck happens. Can he win 3 straight to make it there? No, unfortunately, as it's his 2 arch nemesis going at it. Joe Burrow, who stole his MVP, and the Rams, who beat us every single season. We ended up actually getting first rounded by the Seahawks. Curious to see how much money we start the offseason with, because that might indicate whether or not Aaron Rodgers is coming back. Looks like we have $6 million. As it looks like, oh god, the Rams, they just went back to back. I hate that. But I genuinely have no idea whatsoever if we re-sign here. As, oh god, he finally hit 99 overall. Here we freaking go, dude. Moment of truth. Oh my god, dude. 7 years, $558 million. I don't know where they got this money from, because not only did they re-sign him, they gave out big extensions to Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, gave Micah Parsons $130 million, $140 million. Jaden Reed got a $30 million contract. Nate Hobbs, Evan Williams. I mean, at least they're sticking the core around for a while. I just don't know where they got the money from. That's so crazy, dude. For the next 5 seasons, his cap hit's going to be worth about $100 million each. That's got to be the biggest cap hits in NFL history. But what what we're going to do, my friends, from this point in time is simulate to the end of that contract extension. At that point, see how many Super Bowls he's won, how many MVPs he's won, and see if maybe by that point he's considered the best quarterback of all time. So made it to the end of the 2036 regular season, and we have a lot to digest here. Looks like we did make the playoffs at 9-8 as we unfortunately got the 8th seed, so just missed out. And also very curious why we just have $109 million just sitting there unspent. Now first, let's just make sure Aaron Rodgers didn't retire or anything, make sure he didn't get cut, and he's still the quarterback of the Packers, and yes, he is. He's still here as a superstar X-Factor 32-year-old. I is still a 92 overall, so hang on. As the rest of the offense around him, though, looks completely different. The only original Packer still remaining is Matthew Golden. Well, on defense, though, any original Packers left here? Doesn't look like it. So literally, the only people that remain that were still here at the start is Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Golden. So he's still leading the NFL's #1 attack. Defense is horrible. Aaron is putting up 5,300 yards, 40 touchdowns, 6 picks. Just crazy considering he's early 30s now. Team can't run the ball. They no longer have Josh Jacobs through the air. Corey Hood is his stud receiver. This guy, Xavier Horn, had 121 grabs. Matthew Golden still putting up incredible numbers. Did that win him NFL MVP? It did not. I went to Devin Spiegel. Now, I do want to see some of the numbers he's put up the last few seasons. Okay, so he's thrown for 5,000 yards. Pretty much, what's that, 6 out of the last 7 seasons? Hasn't thrown for more than 40 touchdowns since the last time that we checked. So I don't know if any of these numbers are good enough for him to win MVP, but regardless, he's putting up some great numbers. I think that 7 rushing touchdown season was just a complete anomaly. Now, once we make it past the Super Bowl here, there's a ton of stuff we have to look at to see what happened the past 7 years. We need to see if Aaron Rodgers won any more Super Bowls, see if he won any more MVPs. So in 2030, Super Bowl winner is the New York Giants, and Joe Burrow won NFL MVP that season in 2031. It's a big deal here. Goes to the Steelers, and Joe Burrow wins another MVP. How about in 2032? Goes to the Panthers. Joe Burrow wins MVP a 3rd straight season. How's Aaron Rodgers ever supposed to win the MVP if Joe Burrow just wins it every freaking year? Now in 2033, Chiefs win it all, and Eli Apple on the Vikings wins MVP. I'm not liking this trajectory, boys. 2034 goes to the Bills. Eli wins it again. 2035 goes to the Raiders. Devin Spiegel on the Bengals win it. And again, this season, Devin Spiegel wins NFL MVP. So in that 7-year span, Aaron Rodgers did not win a 2nd MVP. Aaron Rodgers did not win a 2nd Super Bowl. So as of right now, things aren't looking too good. First of all, I need to see if he even re-signed. Did he get another long-term extension, or is he, for the first time in his career, going to play elsewhere? So they have re-signed a bunch of other players, but no Aaron Rodgers extension. No way they let him walk, right? I mean, they got $120 million to spend. So I'm assuming his overall probably went down a little bit more. It is down to 89, but he's still 32 years old, so he could play for at least another 3-4 seasons. Let's see if those 3 or 4 seasons going to be with Green Bay or elsewhere. There it is. Doesn't shock me whatsoever. Aaron Rodgers gets a 4-year, $250 million contract. Also re-signed Matthew Golden, so he still has an old buddy here. Also brought back Devin Haskins, Jordan Hutchins, but it looks like Aaron Rodgers is trying his greatest to stay a Green Bay Packer the rest of his life. Hey, though, looks like the Packers front office finally taking their football seriously as it gets to the point where Aaron Rodgers is going to retire any season now, actually spending money in free agency. Bringing in Nick Imanori, Donovan Azariku, and Malik Neighbors, which I'm sure all these guys are washed up at this point, but at least they spent money to get some talent, and had a decent draft, got some good linemen. But is there any chance that this team can make it back to a Super Bowl? 91 overall team, 92 offense, 91 defense. I mean, he's got freaking Malik Neighbors as his wide receiver 3. Let's see, brother. Let's see how the squad does. Hopefully, he can just get another MVP under his belt. Well, brother, where's this been? Back to leading the league's #1 offense. Defense was at least mid. Now, there is zero chance that 5,500 yards and 48 touchdowns was not good enough to win MVP. I just don't believe it. Dude, who is this Corey Hood guy? 1,700 yards, 21 tutties, and Malik Neighbors' good season, although he's 35. What's the Bengals quarterback up to? Yeah, there's just no way Devin beat him out. No chance. Don't believe it. Did Aaron Rodgers win his 2nd MVP? Yes, he did. So Aaron's doing his absolute best to try to clutch this challenge up and put me in his jersey. So I suppose at this point, fellas, it's time to see if he can make it back to another Super Bowl. Which is legit been, I think, 8 seasons at this point, maybe 9. Oh my God. I actually didn't think that was going to happen, yet here we are. Oh my God. Do we beat the Falcons by 5? We beat our arch nemesis, the LA Rams, by a singular point. Now all we have to do is beat the Colts? Who even is the Colts quarterback at this point in time? Yeah, they got Mike Goodwell, dude. Stands no chance. If Aaron Rodgers wins this Super Bowl, that officially means he has won more Super Bowls in this career replay than he did IRL, which would be good for him to complete his first career challenge. And he gets it done, 23-20. It only took about 11 seasons, but finally Aaron Rodgers has completed his first career challenge. I mean, I know the odds are against him, but if he can play out the rest of his contract, there is a chance he could still complete his entire challenge. Next season made the playoffs again, but unfortunately as a 12-5 team, have to travel to the 8-9 Eagles in the first round of the playoffs. Offense pretty good, finished 6th in the NFL, 5,000-yard season, 35 touchdowns. Although, don't know if this is good enough to win MVP, which he desperately needs to complete his career challenge. Had a singular rushing touchdown. God, that running game is so bad, dude. Team had a total of 3 1,000-yard receivers. He needs this desperately. MVP this season goes to DeMarco Griggs, the New York Jets. Rodgers came all the way down in 6. But the good news, fellas, at this point in time, Aaron Rodgers has officially broken his IRL passing yard and passing touchdown record. So Aaron is so close, yet so far away to completing his career challenge because, yes, he officially has 3 of the 4 challenges completed, but he still somehow has to find a way to win 3 more MVPs before he retires. So yeah, I know he has another 2 seasons left on his contract at this point. He's still balling out, like he could probably play as long as he wants to, but this being Madden franchise, he's probably gonna retire after like 3-4 more seasons, so I don't know if he has a chance to win 3 more MVPs. But while we're here, let's go ahead and see if he can win a 3rd Super Bowl. Oh no. Got first rounded by the 8-seed Eagles, dude, as surprise at who ended up making it. If they win another Super Bowl, I'm puking. Make sure Aaron didn't retire. A lot of his teammates did, but thankfully he didn't. He's still an X factor, man, but at this point, it's just like, how many seasons does he have left? Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, did we break Madden? He was supposed to be 33, I think, at the end of his 7-year contract, and yet here he is a few years after that, and he's still 32. I feel like we've somehow broken the game here. I don't know when he's gonna retire. I think for now we're safe because we've glitched the game to the point where his age doesn't go up every season. I don't know if my mind is really processing what's going on right now. I don't think it's possible to process this dumb broken game, but yet he's still playing, so who cares? So I think I'm gonna go ahead and simulate to the end of this contract and see how he's looking at that point, and maybe he just retires out of nowhere, who knows? So here at the end of 2040, as Aaron Rodgers, I believe, has concluded his 15th season. Team, unfortunately, is 8-9, didn't make the playoffs. Not the offense's fault, though, nor was it Aaron's. 5,000 yards, 44 tutties, 8 picks. Again, don't know if this is gonna be good enough to beat some of the other quarterbacks' numbers, but still a great season for, I guess, like a 35-year-old at this point. This Corey Hood guy put up 30 touchdowns. Oh my God, I've never seen such. 99 rated, yeah, duh. I mean, he might be the best receiver of all time. I mean, he might have stole the MVP from Aaron this season as it goes to Bears quarterback. Aaron comes in 3rd. How dumb. A receiver that caught 30 touchdown passes doesn't even get an MVP vote. I was curious to see if this will be the offseason where Aaron finally retires. He might not ever retire given the glitch in the game, still saying he's 32 years old. As news, I don't see his retirement announcement. Apparently still chugging along. Let's see if by chance he won the MVP the last few years. In 2039, it went to Devin Spiegel of the Bengals. Now, just curious, his overall has dropped all the way to 79, although he's still an X factor, and as you see, still says his age is 32 with 31 years of experience. That hasn't updated, I think, like the last 4 years. Has he signed a contract extension? I think so. So let's see if, yet again, he's a Packer next season. Again, like I said, guys, he might not ever retire. Yep, still here. There's no shot, right? No shot he ends up clutching this challenge because he just never retires, right? Well, that didn't go too well. Again, not the offense's fault. Oh, no. Aaron might be time to call it quits, buddy. 24 picks is crazy. That is insane. I mean, that's more interceptions thrown in like the last 5-6 years combined. So I am assuming quite comfortably that means he did not win MVP, not even close. Now, if I was Aaron Rodgers' mentor in this alternate universe, I'd probably tell him to pack it up because that season was garbage. Doesn't look like he's gone anywhere just yet. Nah, the guy's still here. And funny enough, he is still a superstar X Factor all the way down to a 76 overall, although he's still 32 years old. And it does again, looks like he signed a contract extension. So again, what I think I'm gonna do here is simulate another 2 years into the future. And if he's still around at the end of those 2 years, I think we probably can chalk it up to the fact that he's just never going to retire. Well, I don't know if it's with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback or not, but the Packers are back in the playoffs 2 years later. Again, for all I know, he's retired at this point. Could have got cut. It is no longer Aaron Rodgers. Watch him had retired the one season that I decided to skip. Oh, just kidding. He is still in the league, but for who though? He's still a 75 overall quarterback for the New England Patriots. He's still an X factor. I don't know if he played for the Patriots though this season. He didn't. First season of his career, it looks like he was a backup. Hey, at least he's in the playoffs. Imagine Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl as a member of the New England Patriots. That would be a funny ending to his career. Oh, there's no way, brother. There is no shot that actually just happened. Wait, who's their actual starter? Their starting quarterback. It'd be funny if he started in the playoffs now. It's Corey Myers. But yeah, it might be as the backup, but this would make for his, third Super Bowl of his career? That is so funny. That's actually so hilarious that Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl as the backup quarterback for the Patriots in his first season that he wasn't a Packer. With Mike McDaniel as his head coach, by the way. And it still doesn't say he's retiring. I'm telling you, the man is never going to give it up. Okay, so next season, he's apparently a member of a team because he's not a free agent. There's also that glitch that happens in franchise sometimes where the player just disappears. Doesn't say they retire, but they're also not anywhere to be found. But surely that's not how Aaron Rodgers is going to go out, right? No, he's still there as a quarterback for the New York Jets. That is so funny. He's not going to start, obviously, but he's still a member of the squad. And a funny thing is, apparently he got glitched and he's just never going to lose his X factor. But I don't know if he'll ever start again. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like A-Rod got a Mickey Mouse playoff appearance this time. Surely he's got to give it up, though, eventually. He's a freaking third stringer. Nope. He's still here as apparently a 67, by the way, overall superstar X factor. This is nuts. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and simulate another 10 seasons into the future and see if he's still playing. Because I legitimately think he's just going to play until he dies. I don't know. Oh, he's gone. He's nowhere to be found. So I paused this sim somewhere around the 2050 season, and I can't find Aaron Rodgers anywhere. Yep, it seems as if our GOAT finally called it quits one way or another, whether he was forced to or not. And yeah, I know Aaron didn't quite complete his career challenge because he couldn't muster up enough MVPs, but technically winning 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs, while throwing for 89,244 yards and 681 career passing touchdowns makes him one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And I think Aaron Rodgers himself would tell you that he'd take his performance from today's career replay than what he did in real life all day, every day. Now, if you enjoyed that wild NFL career playthrough, you can click right here to watch another one that might actually be a little bit crazier.